Another thing I think we have in common is we hate kids.
Well, here's what I've been thinking lately, is that I feel like a lot of people who say that they're wounded or offended by something they were never hit by their parents. So I think, no, it's true. Like, I know people who have never, ever hit their children, and so they don't know what pain is, really. But I think that if you don't want to hit your kids, then that's fine. Of course, that's fine. But other people should be allowed to. Because I feel that... Because I think that children are like animals that don't have any natural predators left, and they're just not afraid of anything.
Well, they're different than they used to be. I mean, they're naturally feral. They are. I mean, it's true. We all read Lord of the Flies, right? Yeah. I mean, well, what did we get out of that book? Kids are feral. They're right? Okay. They have to be civilized by adults, and adults stop doing that. I think that's the root of almost all of our problems.
Well, I was in London. I was in London not long ago, and there were these boys breaking the branches off a tree. And this woman said, "You boys, stop doing that." And they said, "You can't talk to us." And they were right. You know what I mean? What she was doing was bullying, you know, according to the law. So, and they knew it. You know, they knew that.
But that's a sea change from when we were kids.
Yeah, it's sad to me.
I mean, not only could your parent hit you, the neighbor could hit you.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It was like it takes a village. That was the mentality. Right. Like any adult could. What? Maybe that's going a little too far, but I don't know. I think that's better than what we have now. I mean, I don't have children. You don't have children. And so people say to me, you know, like, how do you know? I'm sentient. I mean, even if I didn't go out in the world, every television show, every movie presents this dynamic between kids and parents. Every movie I see where the kids, they're told something, they just ignore it, or they yell back at their parents. They can't all be misrepresenting it. This must be what it's like. So, what about it? Kids?
I've been...
You have a boyfriend, but you don't want to have kids.
No. But when I go on tour, I always do book signings, so I get to meet a lot of people. And you meet people in a way, you can ask questions in a way you wouldn't ask someone in the grocery store or whatever. You can ask whatever you want. But I'm always surprised. I meet a teenager and I say, what job? You have to have an after-school job. And the parent always, this is Atticus's time to be Atticus. Like, they don't... And the kids don't. So that's why, you know, you go to McDonald's, you go to these places now, and there's nobody working there. It's because people don't sending their kids out to work anymore.
Right.
And I mean, we had to. Like, I know this makes you sound old, but like when I was 14, my mother's like wanted us out of the house, and so we had to get volunteer jobs. So I went straight to the state psychiatric hospital, and I was there. I worked there for 2 years. Great training. Great training. And it wasn't like, oh, you're going to help these people make paper flowers. It was, no, they need this orderly called in sick. And I'm 14 years old strapping a naked woman to a gurney, right? That's an education.
Right.
That's an education for a 14-year-old. And then I was a dishwasher. But like if my parents said you need to concentrate on school, I wouldn't have spent my dishwashing time studying. They knew that. So, I don't know, I just think it's really important for teenagers to work. Well, I think it's important for them to serve me, is actually what I think.